As my dear father would say, if you're not strong enough, call on the powers in your environment to help. This would be too much for the elevator. If I release the brake, I will fall down with the weight. I've made it! This is it. And now I will need all my power. This rope climbing is my last trial. I must get out of here.
Oh my God, Professor Hunt! Where have you come from? You scared me to death!
I guess you could say I've come from hell, Madame Isabel. But it was worth it.
Really? Did you figure out a clever way?
You see, Madam, I didn't figure out anything clever. I simply went after that fugitive instead. And so I...
Caught him?
No, but I have the board. Here, take it. And let's just say I never set eyes on it.
Oh, thank you so much, Professor. But then the criminal and everything else are gone?
I know where the treasure is hidden, so we also know where Mr. Arriaga will soon return. The police will do nothing but watch the hiding place. The thief will walk right into the trap.
Ah, Professor, you are such a cunning man, and you can do so many things.
Yes. Sometimes I am surprised myself at how many things.
I will always be grateful to you. But now please go. Francisco is expecting you in his room. He will tell me when he needs this beautiful box. Meanwhile, I'll polish it. Go.
good to see you like this, Francisco.
Professor, my dear savior, thank you so much for what you did for me. Carmen told me everything.
Everything? Miss Diaz Palencia is far from knowing everything.
What do you mean, Mr. Hunt?
Do you know that this unlucky Arriaga, by stealing or having stolen that beautiful ornamental sword, helped you and your beloved immensely?
How could that have helped? Excuse me, I was sent to prison for that evil scoundrel.
That is, of course, true, my young friend. But he really stirred some things up, and so some interesting details from the past came to the surface. For example, the one-time partnership between your father, the painter, and Mr. Alonso, the strange bet that your father lost and seemed to ruin your chance for marriage.
Unfortunately, it is ruined. I am beginning to resign myself to this.
Don't, Francisco. While sorting out events of the past, I managed to find Miss Diaz Palencia's mother's priceless medallion, which accounts for half of the value of the Diaz Palencia house. And there is the sword for the other half.
The sword? The sword will be returned to its lawful owner, Alonso Garcia de la Rica, and I will have nothing to do with it any longer.
Yes, that sword. But this sword?
Professor Hunt, what does all this mean? How did you get it?
Calm down, my friend. The police must already have confiscated the stolen sword. This one here is another one. Or to be more precise, this is the original sword.
The original?
Yes. Your father was a truly exceptional man. When Mr. Alonso forced him to hand over his most cherished possession, he worked for nights to make a copy of this precious weapon. When he was ready, the copy was exhibited in the palace, not the original.
A perfect copy. I mean, I knew the original, and I had believed to this day that that was what I saw hanging in the palace.
Indeed. However, your father was much too honest to make a perfect copy. He couldn't bring himself to engrave the initials of the famous blade master Juan Candelas upon the noble steel. But for years no one had noticed that instead of the initials JC, the embellished initials CC could be seen on the blade.
You're a genius, Professor Hunt.
No, hardly, young man. I was simply an observant outsider who saw the story and objects from a different angle. The legend lives among you. Everyday life makes events correspond to traditions. When someone comes and has a look at your lives, he will unavoidably notice the oddities that you repeatedly overlook. That's all. But what's most important now is that we have the original sword, which no one can take away from you. This is the second half of the value of the house. All obstacles have been removed. Miss Diaz Palencia has been freed from Mr. Diaz Palencia's promise, and no one can stop you from getting married.
How true, Professor. The angel sent you to us, or you're an angel yourself. How could I possibly repay you for all you've done?
Well, it's simple. Please start educating me in the rules of Albuquerque, because I have already wasted a lot of time in this picturesque city.
And you'll break another curse with that, won't you?
Yes. Although I have a feeling that all of these steps will only increase the burden of my curse.
I don't quite understand you.
It doesn't really matter, Francisco. Can we start then?
Of course. Come, I'll explain the rules. Well, maybe that wasn't the best move. I don't think I could have found a better solution. Look, you're a dangerous opponent. I don't think you have thought about it. Professor, you have won! Game over! I feel light as the wind. I have been freed from prison, from the chains of poverty, and what's more, from a century-old curse, the curse of Agon, which my family had to suffer, has been broken. I will be grateful to you forever, Professor. Please visit us when you're next in Spain. You will always have a home here. And now, let me hand you the stone. Though I have never understood its use, it is important. Good luck. Farewell, Professor.
Well, this was how it happened, my dear. Young Candelas promised to keep me informed of their fate. I have no doubt we will receive news of a marriage from Toledo soon. After only 2 days of preparation, I'm setting off again. According to the granite plate from Francisco, my present destination is rather distant. An extraordinary culture awaits me. This strange assignment is calling me to the center of the Middle Kingdom, Peking, to get one step closer to the secret of the Agon.